easiest bread that you can make. To start out with, I only have 3 supplies. You need this to start out with. You want to have a pretty clean kitchen. My recipe comes from a girl named Jill Winger, and also the other person I use is a guy named Kevin Lee James. I like them. Kevin Lee Jacobs, he had a lot of basic recipes and showed me how to roll. And then the same thing with Jill, but her bread, she has an even basic more bread, which is really, which is why I chose her. She does a good job of showing you how to roll it and stuff like that and to knead it, and so does Kevin. Problem is I think they're professionals. I'm no professional. This is my 5th bread that I make, and it took me a little bit. Last night I got the 4th one right on. So this is where the video comes in. This is what I do. And so all I do is I fill up the water. Has to be about 110. I left my thermometer over my girlfriend. So we'll get to this 110. A lot of this is truly going to come to feeling. So you're going to get the basic, just like I got the basic idea from Jill and Kevin. At the end of the day, I take their idea and I start understanding it as I go. This water really takes a long time to go down, heat up. Here it goes. You kidding me? Okay. That's probably about 110 degrees. Get a thermometer, try it one time, ask somebody that you know. 1 1/3. So you don't want to use too much water, and yes, on the water, you truly want to be precise. Okay. Now I'm gonna rise it. Okay. Lots of different things. I don't take any shortcuts here. I've tried and yeah, I haven't had luck. Okay. Some people say you do it, some people whatever, I don't care. So we pour the yeast in 100-degree water, 110. Then you do a cup of sugar. The theory is, some people say it's true, some people say it's not. It takes the sugar to activate the yeast. I'm trying to do everything perfect. So I'm going to stir it up. I probably should get a whisk, but that's fine. Not quite sure how long. You just want to get it to the water to absorb the mixture, and what they say is activated. So I think that's good. Now I let mine sit for 12 to 15 minutes. I don't have the patience to let it sit 15 minutes, so I might do 12 minutes. So I'll put this off to the side. And then I have all my supplies here. I got them out, but ideally you get all your supplies. So you need a mixing bowl, you need a cup, chef's knife. See, Kevin taught me how to do this. I'm not going to use a second bowl. If I did, it would be for rising. Got flour, got salt. Also I put a paper towel down, or whatever. This is where my utensils go. We need an egg. I got a bowl for mixing the egg. Ideally, in a perfect world, including me, I would let this go down to room temperature. And I need that fork again. You do need to beat the egg. So however you put it in. Excuse me, I got a shell. Of course I do. Just beat it, and when you think the egg is beaten well, beat it just a couple more seconds. Okay. So now it should be done. So that's why you put a towel here in case it's not done. I should not need that anymore. The yeast can be put away. So actually I'm going to use this bowl. some things I do different is, or I do it my way, but I will knead the dough in while it's in the mixing bowl. So I got 3 cups. And then I'm gonna take a fork, just leave it aside. You're gonna need it. Some people say you do, some people say you do. Kevin James sometimes says you don't, or Kevin Lee Jacobs says sometimes you don't. Just use it. Just take it. And then you put a teaspoon of, actually I'm just gonna go to 2 teaspoons. You gotta have sugar in your recipe, otherwise I'm told by, of course, them that it won't work out. Now Kevin James, he's like a real professional, and Jill, she's like your home cook mom. I got a farm and I got to do all this stuff. Let me cook for my family. Here's the way to do it. You know, her quick and easy way, and it actually works really well. She's very good at what she does. And then you mix it around and you make a little well. You just kind of get everything ready in here. So I'll pour that in. And I think I forgot a tablespoon. Maybe not, but it's not that important. I will get that in a while. It's not even that important. So there you go. There's all my ingredients. Okay, time to turn it off because I still got like 11 minutes for that to finish rising. I'm just gonna say something about this. If it works, you'll have your doubt if it works. It's going to come to trust. But if you ever want to see it work and and really know that it's working, let it sit for an hour. It's going to like boil over. So what they say is if you let it sit for 15 minutes in 110-degree water with some sugar and the yeast, it will start to bubble. I've seen it start to bubble after about 15 minutes. It's pretty hard to notice. The only way I can notice it now, because I let the yeast sit for a really long time and it literally boiled over. So now I understand more what the bubbling looks like. So, see you in a few minutes.